All right, we're on the last page of the Unit 2B practice test. This is 18 through 20. So either you're just about to finish, or if you're going backwards, you have a lot more work to do. So let's do 18. For which value of m is the following equation true? So pretty much it's telling you just solve for m. That's what it means. Okay, all right. All right, so I'm going to solve. I have parentheses on this one. Parentheses mean to distribute or multiply, however you want to think of it. Whatever works. Okay, so I'm going to distribute. Now, because I don't have space here, I'm going to come over here and write everything. So I have 3 times negative 5m, negative 15m. Okay, 3 times negative 4, negative 12, equals 2 times 4m, 8m, and 2 times negative 6, negative 12. Hopefully the annoying times will make you remember that's what the arrows are. Okay, so I've distributed. Now, I cannot combine like terms because I only have an m and a number on each side. Okay, because here's my equal sign. So now I have to move things. I always move the smallest letter. You don't have to, but I do. It avoids negatives. So between negative 15 and positive 8, the negative 15 is smaller. So minus becomes plus because you always do the opposite. Okay? And I bring this down. La-da-da. 8 plus 15 is 23m. Some of y'all keep forgetting the letter, and then you accidentally add that with a number, and you're going to get way thrown off. Please don't do that. So that's 20. I know it's a terrible 3. Okay, and then I bring this one down. So I have all my m's on the right. So now I have to move my numbers away from m. Before you can separate 23 and m, I have to just move the other number that I don't want over here. Okay, so 12 minus 12. Oh my gosh, look at that. I'm going to go up here. So 12 minus 12 is 0, okay, equals 23m. Now, I keep seeing people get to this point where they have some letter equals 0 and go, oh, that's no solution, but that is not correct. Okay, as long as I have a letter, I still have an answer. Now, because I want m, I'm still going to divide like I would, because you will most likely or usually divide at the end of these. So if I do 0 divided by 23, look, I still get 0. But guess what? 0 is a number. 0 is not no solution. So over here, I would put 0. 0 is my answer. Okay? So don't get to some, x equals 0 and go, oh, that's no solution. No, x equals 0, that is a solution. Because 0 is a number. You can count 0, right? If 0 is a number, so 0 is an answer. All right, 19. Back to domain and range. Sweet. Okay. I'm going to go back to what I did on the first page, and if you have not watched that, I would go watch that too, because that further explains. I'm not going to write it out again. So we know domain is x and range is y. So if I look, x is domain, y is range. X is range, that's wrong. So B is wrong. Look at C. X is domain, y is range. X is not range, so that's wrong. So look, before I even looked at the graph or any numbers or anything else, I got rid of 2 answers because they put x and y in the wrong spot. They will do that for you on purpose to see if you're paying attention. All right, so the next thing I have to do is actually look at the domain and range. Okay. Now, something interesting, I always like to look at my answers to see what is different about the answers so I know what to look for. So if I look at my A and C, right, the ones that are left, A, I have negative 4 and 8, negative 4 and 8, okay. Range, negative 5 and 1, negative 7 and 1. Ooh, there's my difference right there. So domain, I don't even need to look at. I don't need domain because they already give me the same domain on both answer choices. that means it has to be right. Okay, there is no difference between these two. They're both underlined on the same one. They're both not underlined on the same one. So that's all good. I need to see about range. Is my lowest point -5 or is it -7? That's what I have to look for. So let's look at my graph. If I look at my graph, again, range is low to high or bottom to top. Okay, so my bottom of my graph is right here. Okay, see how it turns and it goes back up. So if that's the bottom, that number is -7. Wow, look at that. So if I look back at my answers, -5 is wrong. -7 is my answer. So it's C, because that's the bottom. Look, I didn't have to look at the top. I didn't even have to look at domain. I simply got rid of two that were wrong because X and Y were switched, and then the other one, the bottom, is -7, not -5, and that's all I had to do. So now I'm on my last question. Yay. Maybe you're more excited than I am. That's okay. So 20, a florist is making a bouquet, or is making bouquets of flowers for a wedding. Each bouquet will have 9 flowers. That might be important. The graph shows the linear relationship between Y, the number of flowers used, and X, the number of bouquets. Okay. They always tell you that. That's not really important information for these. Numbers might be, so I circled 9. All right, so there's my little graph, my dots. So this is a discrete function. Now, here's the bottom part that I really need to focus on. The florist will use no more than 8 bouquets for the wedding. Which set best represents the range of the function for this situation? Okay, so this is the most important thing, is range. Range, I know, is the lowest to the highest, or up and down, okay, or Y. Okay, range is Y. So I'm going to go back to my graph before I look at anything else, and I'm going to look here. So here's what I want. I want range, or Y, which means I want to stay on this line and know all the numbers on this line where these points are. So if you draw over here, don't worry, you might be wondering, like, why did I skip? I didn't skip. I'm going back. I didn't forget. Okay, so I want all of these numbers over here where these dots are located. So the ones on the line are easy. So I have 72, 54, 36, 18. Oh, and there is a point there. It says 0. Okay? So for now, I have 0, 18, 36, 54, 72. So I can go ahead and do it down here. I know for sure 0. Okay, they all have 0. 18. Check. This one does not have 18. Okay? If I don't have 18, it can't be right. This one, 18. Check. And J, no 18. Okay? So look at that. I've already gotten rid of 2 answers by looking at 1 point, or 1 number. Okay, let's keep going. My next one that I know for sure is, what, 36, right? So I should have 36. 36, 36. My next one should be 54. Okay, so if I go, I got 54. Uh-oh, this one's missing 54. And that is wrong. Whoa, look at that. And look, my highest one is 72. That's 72. And see, even though this one has 72, it has 90, but I don't go that high on the graph. So that one would have made it wrong also. Okay, so you may be wondering, okay, where are those other numbers coming from? So all the lines that we drew that didn't have a point, that's where those come from. And in case you're still confused, when I come up here, the reason I circled this is each bouquet has 9 flowers. And I know it's blurry. I'm trying to get it to fix. Maybe not. Okay, so if I have 9 flowers, that means I'm going by 9s, right? So if I go down here, going by 9s, I have 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, 60. Those are all 9s, right? That's 9 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which had also told me I should have no more than 8 bouquets. So I shouldn't go higher than 9 times 8. Make sense? Hopefully. If not, hopefully the graph helped you, because you can just look at the picture and look at the dots. Anyway, F is my answer, and I'm done. So that is it for this practice test. If you missed any or are still confused, make sure you come and ask for help before you take the test, because afterwards doesn't really do any good. Okay, so that is the end. Well, I was gonna say that was it or the end, both. So I said the it. That is the it of this video.